Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, November 10th, 2025. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Oh man, they canceled the Bay Bridge run and people are rightfully ticked off, losing all that money and the expense to get here. But boy, I'll tell you, that Naptown flea at Market Space was jammed yesterday, as was Taste of the Fall on West Street. I hope you got a chance to enjoy some of them. Need an OMG fact? The guy who took that famous photo of the Wright brothers' very first flight had never seen a camera before that day. And with that, we do have a lot of news to catch up on, so let's get into it, shall we? Well, Navy's 7-1 season slid to 7-2 in South Bend as number 10 Notre Dame rolled to a 49-10 win on a cold, wet Saturday night. Playing without injured starter Blake Horvath, Navy turned to sophomore quarterback Braxton Woodson, who actually kept them in it early. He engineered an 8-play scoring drive and finished it with a 2-yard keeper to tie things at 7-7, then broke a 41-yard run late in the half to set up a field goal that cut that deficit to 21-10 at the break. Navy looked like Navy on the ground early, piling up 154 rushing yards before halftime and owning long stretches of possession, but in the third quarter, the Irish slammed that door shut. A 48-yard touchdown run on the opening drive, a quick strike after a failed Navy fourth down, and another short touchdown pass turned manageable game into a 42-10 runaway. Notre Dame outgained Navy 502-228 and was nearly automatic on third down. The bright spot was Woodson, who ran for 101 yards and a touchdown on 23 carries in his first start, but passing game never really lifted off. And the defense couldn't quite keep up with a balanced top 10 offense. Navy now falls to 7-2 and now has to regroup very quickly with USF coming to Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium this Saturday. In less serious sports news, across the creek, let's say across a kiddie pool full of rubber ducks this year, the Maritime Republic of Eastport yanked the tug-of-war title back from the city of Annapolis with a 4-3 victory in the annual slaughter across the water. It was relocated to 2nd Street because of the city dock construction, and 7 themed heats kept that rope and bragging rights bouncing between Eastport and Annapolis, while the neighborhood teams, bars, clubs, schools, athletes, first responders, and women's groups all taking their turn on the line. After 3 straight overall losses to Annapolis, Eastport did just enough in the latter polls to clinch a series and reclaim that crown. Outgoing Annapolis Mayor Gavin Buckley was there, and he leaned into that whole neighborhood rivalry a little bit, joking that he was defecting from Annapolis because Eastport is more fun anyway. I think we can probably all agree on that. As always, the event mixed with satire and substance, raising money for local charities while delivering a full day of music, beer, and rope burns for both sides of Spa Creek. Green Drinks Annapolis is back, and it is entering a new chapter, but the mission stays the same. The Maryland League of Conservation Voters Education Fund is taking over as host of the long-running environmental networking series, continuing the work that Annapolis Green started in bringing residents, advocates, and business leaders together around local sustainability issues. The transition comes as Maryland League of Conservation Voters Education Fund marks its 25th anniversary, and they're rolling both milestones into one celebration. A combined 25th anniversary party and Green Drinks launch is set for Thursday, November 13th. That's this Thursday from 5:30 to 7:30 at Great Frogs Winery on Harness Creek Road in Annapolis. Guests can expect food, wine, live music in a relaxed setting while the group looks back at the past 25 years and ahead to the future environmental initiatives in Annapolis and across Maryland. The event is free, but advanced registration is requested because space is limited. Families, friends, and new faces are all welcome, and organizers are encouraging everyone to wear green in honor of both the environmental movement and the revived Green Drinks Annapolis, which they say will continue as a hub for local networking, education, and collaboration. The Eastport Yacht Club is celebrating the artwork that will help define this year's EYC Lights Parade. Members, artists, and supporters turned out to view the contest entries, meet the creators, and vote for a fan favorite, and watch the official 2025 Lights Parade poster unveiled. EYC named Eva Barson the grand prize winner for her piece, Holiday Reflection in Quiet Motion, which is absolutely stunning if I say so myself, and is going to appear in this year's poster, while the fan favorite award went to artist Mary Lacasse for Not Your Average Parade, and not was with a K. Barson did say, "My husband Joe and I loved the Lights Parade for many years, and I'm thrilled to share my art with this beloved community event for a good cause." The EYC Lights Parade returns on Saturday, December 13th, with a fleet of decorated boats which will light up Spa Creek in Annapolis Harbor. Boat owners can still register to participate, and spectators can find viewing tips, maps, and schedules online. Proceeds do benefit the EYC Foundation's Maritime Scholarships, Career Expo, and STEM on the Water Youth programs. And the event also highlights EYC's partnership with Chesapeake Region Accessible Boating, or CRAB, which has been providing adaptive boating experiences for people with disabilities for more than 3 decades. Well, the Annapolis elections may be over, but the debate over what they mean is still going strong. In one widely read editorial, I argued that the Republicans ran late, disorganized, tone-deaf campaigns in a deep blue city, ignoring local concerns like flooding, traffic, parking, permitting in favor of some national talking points, and managed to compound things with sloppy sign placement, a volunteer caught on a Ring camera taking opponents' literature, and an overreaction to a minor MVA paperwork glitch. My bottom line was that if the local GOP wants to compete, it needs to learn how the city thinks, start earlier, talk to Democrats and independents, and stay engaged between elections instead of disappearing for 4 years. That drew a pretty sharp response from former Annapolis Republican Central Committee Chair Janet Katz, who said that the Republican slate did offer a clear platform: lower property taxes through a 2% homestead cap, better parking, real affordability solutions, and public safety, and also argued that the Republicans are routinely shut out of city boards, commissions, and influence. She called for Annapolis to join most Maryland municipalities in moving to nonpartisan elections so that local races can focus less on party labels and more on the best candidates and ideas. She ended with a reminder that if residents don't get involved, they can't expect much to change. Now, you can check out both the original editorial as well as the op-ed at eyeonannapolis.net. On Friday on Canines and Crosstreks, we met Patches and Panda at the SPCA, 2 very cute mini Aussies just looking for a break. Of course, we got some Subaru scoop as well, and if you missed that, you want to make sure you give it a listen. And on Saturday, during the local business spotlight, we chatted with Chef Big Money all about Thanksgiving pies. And time is running out to order them, so you want to get your orders in as soon as possible. And if you missed that one, give that a listen as well. All right, that is a wrap. First off, thank you as always for listening and sharing. And a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and MacMedics. Now, you want to stay tuned for your local Eye on Annapolis weather from George Young, and Ann Covington from CovingtonAlsina is here with your Monday Money Report. All of that's coming your way in less than a minute.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service, and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Hey everyone, this is George Young with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief weather forecast for Monday, November 10th. Much cooler for the Annapolis region today and tomorrow, but then conditions should normalize Wednesday through the weekend with very nice conditions overall for the Annapolis region. Look for highs in the low 50s today, but it'll feel cooler as winds gust over 20 miles per hour out of the northwest. Then we'll likely see the first freeze tomorrow morning with AM lows in the mid to upper 20s, and it's possible we could see a few snowflakes flying around as well as winds remain gusty with highs Tuesday then only in the upper 40s with winds out of the west, gusting over 30 miles per hour, with AM lows Wednesday morning down into the 30 to 35 degree range. From there, it'll be nothing but sunshine Wednesday through Sunday with highs each day in the upper 50s to maybe lower 60s in spots, except Saturday where it'll be more like mid to upper 50s for everyone, with AM lows each morning Wednesday through Sunday morning in the mid 30s to mid 40s. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young for Eye on Annapolis Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net/weather for the latest conditions and forecast information for the Annapolis region, so you can always stay weather informed.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing it can be confusing. Ann Covington, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it for nearly 20 years. Are you ready? Now, here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Covington of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. The S&P 500, considered a proxy for the stock market as a whole, was down last week. Corporate earnings remained strong, yet concerns around the continued government shutdown and a struggling labor market drove the decline. There are also concerns around the AI boom, whether that will lead to continued productivity gains, driving continued economic growth, or if we are in a bubble that will ultimately crash. I tend to lead towards the former, but a pullback, where the market declines slightly before continuing on its upward trajectory, would not be surprising. They say the only things certain in life are death and taxes. As we approach year end, you still have time to work on the second one. While you have until April 15th to fund IRAs and health savings accounts, you may want to build those contributions into your budget now, even if that means downsizing holiday spending a bit. Consider it a gift to your future self. Charitable contributions are also worth more this year for most people, as the new tax law puts floors and deductibility limits on donations starting in 2026. Take this time to declutter and make runs to the thrift store. If you are in a position to do so, consider front-loading several years of donations into a donor-advised fund. If you are old enough to have required minimum distributions and have not taken them, you may want to consider a qualified charitable distribution, or QCD. A QCD sends money directly from your IRA to a nonprofit organization. It counts towards your RMD, but is not considered income. As a result, it can't push you into higher IRMA bracket for Medicare. If you have an UTMA, or Uniform Trust for Minors Act account, you may want to harvest gains. The first $1,350 of income is tax-free. You may want to sell positions and repurchase them, realizing the gains now. This increases the cost basis and reduces the account's lifetime taxes. If you have not been harvesting losses in your investment accounts, it may be worth looking at now. While we generally prefer to look at this on a daily basis rather than just year-end, you may have investments that are at a loss, allowing you to sell those now and report that loss on your 2025 taxes. Your action item this week is to remove the credit card numbers saved onto your online shopping sites. Having to stop and pull out your card and enter the number can provide a moment to think about the purchase, rather than riding the dopamine rush of clicking buy now. Check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com or our Facebook page for more information on our upcoming educational events. CovingtonAlsina is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only and not intended to make an offer or solicitation for sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments are all risks unless otherwise stated and not guaranteed. Be sure to first consult with a qualified financial advisor and/or tax professional before implementing any strategies discussed herein. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Covington with CovingtonAlsina.
Looking for a holiday tradition that doesn't require bundling everybody out of the car? Pile the family, friends, and even the dog into the car and head to Lights on the Bay at Sandy Point State Park. From November 23rd through January 1st, the Chesapeake Bay shoreline turns into a 2-mile drive-through wonderland with more than 70 sparkling light displays and a scavenger hunt to keep the kids busy between wows. It's open every night, including holidays, so you can make it your go-to plan after dinner, after shopping, or after you finally untangle those lights at home. Best of all, every ticket benefits the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, helping care for animals in need all year long. Skip the wait at the gate. Get your tickets in advance at lightsonthebaymd.org. That's lightsonthebaymd.org. And before the show even officially opens, there's Lights and Leashes, November 21st and 22nd only, where you can leave the car behind, bring your leash dog, and walk the course under the lights. Details and tickets are at the same place, lightsonthebaymd.org. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.